Okay, first we're going to look at all the answers for the quiz. Please pause the video and check your answers. Question number 1. 20 plus b equals 34. First step you want to do here is move the constant term to the right. Constant here is 20, positive 20, so we are undoing the positive with a negative, so subtract 20 from both sides, and we get on the left positive b equals on the right 34 minus 20. The answer is 14. Number 2, a over 3 equals 13. I rewrote this because I didn't have enough space in front of the original equation. So a divided by 3 equals 13. The division, this is a division sign. Okay, if it's division, to undo division, we multiply. We must multiply both sides by 3. In this case, 3 over 1 times, and here's just 3. Here's, we put 3 over 1 because it's a fraction. So 3 and 3 over 1 is the same thing. Reason why we did that is because this 3 and this 3 cancel each other out. So we're looking now at a on the left side equals 13 times 3 is 39. That's your answer. Question 3. It talks about Willie and his best friend found some money. The bird in the field. They split the money evenly, each getting $6.82. How much money did they find? It's a pretty much straightforward problem. 682 plus 682 equals 13.64. That's your answer. $13.64. Question number 4. We got a two-step equation here. 9 plus x divided by 2 equals 12. We're going to do reverse PEMDAS, or like we call it in class, SADMAP. So we're going to undo operations in this order. Subtract, add first, divide, multiply next, then we do exponents, and then we do parentheses in order to solve for a variable. Okay, those are the steps. So first step we have is 9 is by itself. So we need to add or subtract. Since 9 was positive, we subtract 9. Subtract 9 from both sides, which cancel out this one. On the left, it's nice that it's a positive. I keep highlighting that this is a positive x over 2. So we can write down x over 2 equals, and since we subtracted 9 from 12, 12 minus 9 is 3. Okay, that's step 1. Step 2, just like question number 2, here's a reminder how question number 2 was done. We multiply by the denominator. So on this side is times 2 over 1. On this side is just times 2. Both are equivalent of each other. Now, 2's are canceled. X is by itself now on the left equals 2 times 3 is 6. And that's it. Number 5. 23 equals 2 minus 3k. There's a multiplication there times k. Step number 1. Again, isolate the constant. We see that there's constant here. There's a variable on this side. There's only one side with a variable, which is a right side. So we're going to keep k on the right. First step is subtract 2 from both sides, which will make it a 21 equals, these 2's are gone, and notice here is a negative in front of 3k, so we must keep a minus 3k. Step 2 is divide both sides by negative 3. Yes, we are dividing by negative 3 to get rid of the entire coefficient here. Okay, divide this by negative 3. 3's are gone. Negative 3's are gone. So on the right side is just k. Now here, 21 over negative 3, positive divided by negative is a negative number. 21 over 3 is 7. The answer is negative 7 equals k, or we can just simply put k equals negative 7. That's our answer. Okay, question number 6. It's a word problem. I'm not going to write it here. Willie sold half of his comic books and then bought 13 more. He now has 28. How many did he begin with? Now, I call C equals comic books. You can make up any variable, any lowercase letter you want. It's best to use C or X, simply because comic book starts with a C. I chose C. Now, he sold half of his comic books. If C is all of his books, then half of that is going to be C divided by 2. A lot of people on the quiz missed that point. Now, he sold half, so this is how much he has now, half of that, and bought 13 more. If you buy, you add to your possession 13 more. And now he has 28 books. Now you need to solve this two-step equation. First step is subtract 13 from both sides. So now C over 2 equals, 13's are gone. From the left, 28 minus 13 is 15. And then we need to multiply both sides by the denominator. In our case, again, denominator is 2 over 1. So multiply this by 2. 2's are gone. So on the left, we see C equals 15 times 2 is 30. And as an answer, you're going to put 30 comic books. That's the answer. Question number 7. Minus 3k minus 4k equals minus 14. We need to combine like terms, which is minus 3k minus 4k. Negative and negative, when you adding them or subtracting them, same sign, add and keep. Since both of them are of the same sign, you are adding together 3 plus 7, which is going to 3 plus 4, which is 7k. Since both were negative, we keep the negative, equals negative 14. Since there is a multiplication, we must divide both sides by negative 7. Now, these two are gone, so now we have only k equals negative 14 divided by negative 7, negative over negative. Let's remember our friend Sleepy Man. Negative over negative give you a positive. So k equals positive 2. Final answer. Question number 8. We are looking at a lot of variables on the left, variables on the right. So first step we got to do is take this negative 2 and distribute into the first parenthesis. Then also you got to take this 2 and distribute it into the parenthesis it's being multiplied by. Here's the thing. If you don't see the sign, there's a multiplication here, there's a multiplication there. And if you're multiplying by a parenthesis, you must multiply by every single term inside the parenthesis. So negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times positive 7 is negative 14 equals 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. 2 times 3 is positive 6x. Step 2, we need to move some things around. We need to move variables to one side and non-variables to another side. In this case, it's best to move, here's my hint, best to move smaller term. when talking about variables. And so I'm going to move this negative 2x because it's positive 6 and negative 2x. So this is a smaller one. To undo the negative 2x, you got to add 2x to both sides. Here's the left side, there's the right side. So we're going to do plus 2x. What that does is these two are canceled, and I'm going to do it step by step here, okay? So it's negative 14 equals negative 6 plus, and look at here, 6x plus 2x is 8x. Think about it as $6 plus $2 is, 6 plus 2 is 8, $8. Now we gotta move this negative 6 to the other side. How do you do that? If it's a minus 6, to undo that, you plus 6 to both sides. Now, this inevitably cancels the negative 6's. Negative 14 plus 6, same sign, add and keep, different sign, subtract. So you subtract. 14 minus 6 is 8, and since keep the sign of a greater value number, absolute value number, so I'm going to do it a minus 8 equals 8x. Now we divide both sides by the same number, by whatever is attached to the variable. The coefficient of x is 8, so divide both sides by 8. You get, oops, I made a mark here, negative 1 equals x. As an answer, we're going to write down x equals negative 1. Problem solved. Question 9. It's a multiple choice question now. Minus 3 we're distributing into this parenthesis. 3 we're distributing into this parenthesis. The answers are here. Not the answers, but here's the results. Minus 3 times negative 6 is going to be negative 18m plus 15 minus 3 equals 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times negative 6 is minus 18m. Now we need to combine like terms, so it's going to be minus 18m, and like terms here are only on the left side, which is we can definitely add this 15 and this negative 3. And what we're going to get is 15 minus 3 is positive 12 equals 12 minus 18m. If you start moving things around, watch this. We are to add 18m to both sides. And this is what we get. These two m's cancel out. And these two m terms cancel out. So you get 12 equals 12, which is true. The answer is all real numbers. Okay? Or infinite solutions. There's not a single number that will make it only one number, make it true. There's infinitely many numbers that will make this true. So infinitely many solutions. Question 10. Distribute the negative 2 into these two parentheses. Into this parenthesis. Distribute a negative 8 into this parenthesis. Here's what you're going to get. Negative 10 m plus 2, because negative 2 times negative 1 is a positive 2, plus 2m equals negative 8m plus 8 times 6 is 48. Negative 8 times negative 6 is positive 48. Combining like terms, these two together, the m and 2m and negative 10m together are negative 8m plus 2 equals negative 8m plus 48. And then subtracting 8m from both sides, because we want to move them to the left or right, we get this. 2 equals 48. Is it true? No, it's false. It makes no sense. So the answer is no solution. Number 11. Combining like terms. On the right, that's the two we combine. Notice I include the sign in front of each number. So here's what we get. 10 plus r equals -3 plus 5 is 2r plus 3. Now we need to move the r's to one side. I'd say move the smaller one, subtract r's, 1r from each side. So we get 10 equals 2r minus r is just r plus 3. Then subtract 3 from both sides. You get 7 equals r, or r equals 7. Final answer. Here, number 12, we need to start by distributing the 2 into the parenthesis. Whenever you see the parenthesis, you can start distributing right away. And now 26 plus 7m equals 2 times 8 is 16m. 2 times -2 is -4, minus 3m. Combining like terms here, we get 16m and -3m. They can be combined on the left. Please do not combine them with the 7m, because 7m is on the other side, okay? Equal sign is your marking. So 26 plus 7m, you have to rewrite it a couple of times. 16m minus 3m is 13m minus 4. Now let's move m's around. And again, we're going to move the smallest one, right? So subtract 7m. I move smallest one because I don't want to deal with negatives in the future. So you get 26 equals 13 minus 7 is 6m minus 4. Now what you got is add 4 to both sides. Plus 4 plus 4. So you're looking at 26 plus 4 is 30 equals 6m. Don't forget to cross that out. Now, divide both sides by whatever m is attached to, which is a 6. Okay, because there was a small multiplication sign invisible, we didn't see it. 6's cancel out. 6 divided by 30, 30 divided by 6 is 5 equals m, or m equals 5. That's a GG. Question 13 is the final question of the problem. Multiply both sides by the denominator. 3 and 3 cancel out. So you're looking at 7 times 3x plus 6 equals -21. Then you can go 6,000 ways about this problem, but I'll show you only one. And I'm probably showing you the longest one. Distribute 7 into the parenthesis, since there's a multiplication in front. 7 times 3x is 21x plus 42 equals -21. Subtract 42. 21x equals -63. Divide both sides by 21. X equals -3. Final answer.